Hi, Charlie. My name is Jared. I'm the president of the Turning Point chapter at Yorba Linda High School.
Awesome.
So last week on April 5th, in a 3-2 vote, my school board passed a resolution to ban critical race theory in my district. So my question is, what's the next steps to ensuring that we have a good education even after that ban?
Yeah, that's great. So it's a two-part dance. So that's great. Now you need to say, okay, let's get pro-American curriculum in our schools. So what does that look like, right? Hillsdale College has done a lot of work in this. We're starting to do a lot at Turning Point USA. But we have to teach people, what is the American story? What is the proper way to view American history? What is America? Was it a mistake? Was it something that just kind of fell out of the sky? There's just a couple things I'll share here that I think could really excite high school students that they're definitely not taught in school. America was summoned into existence at a time and a place that is very unusual. In fact, it's almost never happened before in human history. Most civilizations or countries stumble into existence. They're not summoned into existence. I want you to think about that. There was a decision to create America. China just kind of existed, and it's kind of the Yangtze River Valley civilization just kind of built into itself. Indus River Valley into India, and so on and so forth. But America was a group of people that made a decision, founding fathers, we have a set of principles, we don't like what's happening, we're going to declare independence of things that are always true. And I'm afraid that most young people are not just being taught that, even worse, they're being taught the opposite. They're being taught that the founding fathers were racist, bigoted slave owners. And they don't know their history. They don't know that the first anti-slavery convention in America was hosted in Philadelphia by Benjamin Franklin in 1775. They don't know that 9 out of 13 states, before the Constitution was ratified in 1787, had already independently abolished slavery. A lot of young people are never taught that Vermont was the first state to abolish slavery in 1777, inspired by the Declaration of Independence. So the next step is get your local school district to not just teach this, but inspire young people to be excited about the country they live in. A lot of young people, I think, are unnecessarily depressed and negative about their life because they've been told the one thing that you have a yearning to associate with, your country, is awful. Deep down, I think most people actually want to support their home. And you kind of see that when you start to see like a Dodgers hat here and like a Rams hat here. Like that's a different way of kind of showing association that you care about where you're from. Yet the one thing they're trying to get rid of is the jersey of America. That's something I think that excites people. It creates happier lives. It creates stronger communities. When all of a sudden you're like, you know what? Here in California, have a direct connection to a time where people decided to say that self-government was a moral issue. And that separation of powers and consent to the governed is worthy of protection and preservation, and they were willing to do something about it. I think that actually creates a much happier country to live in than one where you think everything is racist, bigoted, awful, colonialistic, homophobic, and backwards. At some point, that only way you could solve that question is to revolutionize the country, and that's what they're trying to get young people to do. It's like if all that buildup was nothing but evil, then you might as well just burn it all down to the ground. So we as conservatives, and to answer your question in Yorba Linda, the home of Richard Nixon, if I'm not mistaken, right, is to do this, which is to say to your local school district, we want to create a curriculum that creates grateful and informed citizens and an informed sense of patriotism. That is not political. That is essential to the survival of the country. Thanks for being here tonight. God bless you.